And like so, I should be live. I'll just check the audio in a second. Let's see. How's everything going? Currently just waiting for... Yeah, that should be fine. Let's turn you up a little bit to see if... Yeah, that's fine. So let's get going. Today we will not be working on this build that has slowly consumed my every waking moment for the last little while. I haven't really had any want to build on this because of the aforementioned idiocracy that is the Minecraft build subreddit, where you cannot post more than once every 14 days. That's pissed me off. So I did kind of abandon this because I didn't want to build something that I liked more, so that I wouldn't get a chance to show this on Reddit. However, today marks the day where there's, I think, between 3 to 5 days until I can post on the Minecraft build again, and it will take. And I do actually want to one up this build. And I know that will take me more than that amount of time. So what I will be doing is I will be traveling away. We obviously have over there, but now I kind of want to create giant bucket. So what we do is this shape tool, we say flat, we say plane, and then we say hollow. It should be made out of stone, but because it's so small, let's just keep it on the ground. Go. Let's make it a little bit 128. Fear that that's not going to be nearly big enough. Now I need to do some calculation because, and I'm actually going to be showing you this. Let's see. So here we have my calculator, my trusty calculator. Why is that not moving with my microphone? But here we at least have it. Why am I not live? Why can I not see the broadcast? There we go. Am I not live anymore? Good. Oh yes, I am. Okay, good. I was confused for a bit because I can see my live broadcast. Anyway, here we have. Can I quickly pull that up there? Anyway, at least here we have my calculator. I know I wanted to follow a simple pattern. Oh, I was way far up. So these are not the blocks we're going to be using. We're just going to be grabbing some different wall types. So this is my pillar block. It's always my pillar block. So here we have my pillar, then we have the wall behind it, and I wanted to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Because here on the 11th block, here in the middle, we can then have some sort of arching design, whatever. Um, However, I'm not sure how long this should be. Let's see. Because I do want this to be enormous. Here we have 17 long. How long is this? This is 215 blocks. Good. No. Because in the end, everything that is to go here actually might need to move further back because I want it to be just at render distance from this, or from that one over there. Because I will be recording a new time lapse for that before I post it on Reddit, and I will also be recording a time lapse of this before posting this one in its final form. And so it just makes it so much better if you can't see other builds in the background. So here we have this should be 217, if I'm not mistaken, 217 by 217. Yeah. So, and the extra blocks are just because we didn't take the brown wood blocks and the corners are one further out on both sides. So this is going to be the center of it all. Now what we're going to do, now you can actually see how small this is. What we're going to do is we're actually going to take the white wool and use that for our markings. Oops, one, there we go. We're going to use smear, and this might take a little while because we need to, whoops, we still have that open. Just seeing my calculator. So yeah. And we're just going to be essentially creating this giant cross that goes through the middle. Because it will be on an odd that the middle is, we should have a 1 block center, and it should be in the middle of of one of these dark gray wool. There we go. Now we have a center. What we're going to do is we're going to take the stack tool. Oh no. We could add an extra one on both sides. No, I can find a way to use this to my advantage. So what we're going to do is we're simply going to anyway, into there. Copy from you all the way down to you. There we should go. Now we have our perfect gradient. Going to this. Here we have a portrait, obviously. We're actually going to be splitting this in two, and then splitting that one. We'll see how it goes. Because I want to use essentially the mathematical centers of the different ones. So we actually can. That's nice. Because this is then a 2 which we do not want. So here we think that this inner one is the center. Now we use this one as our next radial, and I really hope that another two which doesn't fall cleanly. So essentially what I would want to do is create in this outer half, this triangular shape, a tower. But I only have to do it if I can get a fucking one block center, which I can't. That's because I'm doing fucking hell. Remove these two. I don't need to take it from that one. Just gonna remove Still too close. What? This goes from there. This is pissing me off. I guess we won't then. Whatever I really want. Anyway, we'll take a look at that later. Now that we know where the middle is, let's just go back to here. Pull you down. You along there. Need to make it 2 blocks. No, 1 block smaller. If you want. 1 to 7. 1 to 5. Oh, wrong axis. Meaning this should be what? 63 instead. And then we'll make that 2 blocks smaller again. Yep. Like actually gonna do like that and then out, down, and find the middle. Should be right there. So keep existing and paste you in like so. What we're going to do is we're going to go right over here. Stop recording, but that's fine. Is that the middle? It is. Then down. More. So now we have a quite large blueprint or footprint. And as I was saying, I'm thinking of making this one over here or moving this one over here before it gets too big, even further away. But first I want to... I need to check something. 160, meaning a... And what here? 107, 107, meaning that the middle is 107 divided by 2. I'm counted 53.5, which means we go 54. That's our middle. We switch you out for white wall. Right, now we have this, and we should get a one pocket center. If we go all the way over here and then say 51. Oh yeah, because this you should be 53. And then the half gets added in block 54. Why is that not work? Because so let's see, 107 divided by 2 again, that's 26. Oh, we land out in so we actually need an even number. Divide that. And dividing even with even. Yes. So our main trouble is because we keep dividing by. Wait, no, I'm sorry. That's allowed to be. It's this one. Wait, didn't I already just do this? Yes, I did. Anyway, I need to stop. Right, so what we're going to do is we're quickly going to be replacing you. We're going to run you over 29 down 9 blocks. We're going to do the same over here before. Very quickly, just like so. We do the exact same in the opposite corner. We find the middle. That's not the middle. This block is. This one. 31. 31. And like so. See, this is the secret to how I build. It's all just very simple geometry. Right, so we copy from you all the way up to you, flip you again, like so. Make them meet make them go out, just meet each other. That's a 2 block since I already want to kill myself a little bit. Which for YouTube purposes is a joke. What we are going to do is we're going to move. We're going to go on this one, move in by one. See, this is very, very important. We will simply say move. I need more. We're going to say then the last one. Because now we have this, we also have where they are supposed to meet. I'm gonna go turn this down to 250 again. Nope, it was this block. We have this block, smear. There we go. Really get rid of all of this. Copy from you to you, flip, paste, copy, flip, and paste. So if you don't understand the madness that's currently going on here, don't worry. I am just laying out all of the most important lines of all of this. I'm actually going to say smear. Why is this? That's not good. How come I didn't notice this before? There we go. Is that fine? And see, this is why I do this as much as I do, because if I hadn't noticed that, I would have an ongoing issue going through all of it. And this not only double checks the alignment of everything, but it also helps me in the long run with knowing sort of where to place blocks following all this. Right, so they would meet at right. I'm going to be making a choice because from here it then follows this path down, meaning that this one. See, this is why I hate two block fences, because now I have to make a choice. And I'm not going to. Right, so I have this outside edge here, which is 100% going to be meeting a two block fence. If I know myself correctly, that's the wrong one. And that's why we use the smear tool. Two blocks in. Yeah. Right. Copy. Go copy. Flip. Also, do you like my new microphone? I got a new one that actually records audio a little better. not sure one would notice the vast difference just from me mentioning it, but I definitely have noticed a difference in the audio quality in terms of, you know, how it sounds when I listen back to older recordings, whether those be published or unpublished. So one over, then flip. Like so. I would place you there. Can't be right. And 71. Middle is what's supposed to. So, again, this might not make sense to anyone. However, I can do this. I'm very desperate for one block center, if you can't guess. 45, meaning this block. 5, 6. And that's also because I'm stupid. Seven 27, meaning you, and then you, right? 29, 29. Good. There we go. Now we just move this. Now we have our one block center. This one out here, and it actually perfectly follows that. There. We're going to use the clone tool, because obviously we need this to be. There we go. All the way around. It can't just be one single corner in a symmetrical build that has this one thing. Let's just use, and then finally right. Now we need to add more, because we need a. I don't want to add something. We have this one. We're going to say calculator. So it's 61 across divided by 3. It's 20.33. That would mean that the middle is. So the middle is obviously here. And we have from out here and from here. So obviously the middle is accounted for. Why do I keep closing the calculator? So the middle is accounted for, meaning that it's only 60 divided by 3. That would mean it's 20 blocks each. However, again, one center. So we go 19 width. What should the length be? Let's say, so it's going to be 19 across, it's going to be, because I still want it to be rectangular, meaning we should say probably 31. Oh no, that's far too short. 56. Is that it? Is that the vibe? Let's just move you back to your former flat glory. There you go. Way to the edge. Down. Way in. Way out. Down. I can work with that. Right. I do, however, also need from here to go up to here, meaning it needs to meet. But we've already established wrong tool yet. Fucking hate. Right, so it was this one. It's 41, 60, 66, 66, meaning that this is the, and we don't have any black wool yet. The only place it connects there is there. So what we're going to do is for this, we're going to quickly change that, because then it's going to connect from there to there. We don't want that. We want it to connect from here to there, apparently, which is right where these two intersect, meaning from that block to the center. We have 187, meaning we need a disc that's hollow. We are going to be making it out of purple wool, and we are going, so 187. That's not enough. That's perfect. Calculator again. 187 times 2 minus 1837 or 373. Let's say 373 because we don't need the. There we go. And we'll check our work. Oh, opposite curves. So what we're going to say is 375, 377. Right? I mean that works. Move you down by 1. We have keep existing. now we have this. There's no mini connect. You know what? We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it. Was it the 187 that did that? Check 187. Nope. Let's say 197, 247, 227, 247, 250. So 297. Let's check. It's missing 4 blocks. It's 301. 3, 5. This is now perfectly encapsulated. So that's on all sides now. And it is perfectly centered. This, meaning if we go 306, is it then? No, why is that? Why is it only growing over there? That's weird. 307. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Over here it's not. Why is that? So it's 109 minutes should be say diameter should just be 218 based on the no, but then it's right. We actually need to find the square root, which means 109 square root. That's 10.4. That is then the radius. We need just except for the fact that it's not. We need to figure out exactly how many blocks. No, because we know it's 109. Because let me just explain to you the mathematical problem that I am facing. Let's make it 30 by 30. So, I'm sure many of you have had this exact same problem before. Let's just say red. So it's red. And we have orange. Then it's this. So the issue here is the fact that if this is 1 and this is 1, that one up there's a little bit short. I'm just going to shorten this bit. Then this down here, let's just oops. This will then be 1.4 and then it continues. And this is basic math. However, the problem is the fact that in real life, this only happens when you're dealing with squares. Obviously, the square root will also come in at other points. However, to accurately find this diagonal, because in reality, this should not be that much. It should actually be 2 seconds, because right now we have a square of 13, meaning that this is representative of 1, which means that the is 1. So that's how it should be. Meaning that this, let's just say 1.14, so 1.414, right? Just for the sake of accuracy. Then you can't see. Right. My numbers have unequal heights. Well, that still works. 1 point 1. And then it continues. Right. Oh no, that just looks weird. So they are gonna stay unequal heights. Or I could just. Yeah, I know it's very not math related problems, this, but it's. I get crazy if stuff is wrong. Also, I know you couldn't see what I just did. Anyway, so 13 divided by 1.14, 13 divided by 1.414 is equal to 9. Wait, that's the wrong equation again. I am far too tired to be doing this type of math. We need to say that, well, no. So it's the square root of 2 divided by 1.14, meaning that or 1.414, meaning that the accumulated square root per every one block is 1.414, which means this 1.414 times 13 is equal to 18. Is it really? We have 13. It's correct, it's 13 by 13, right? Actually 4. That's gonna be 19.796, meaning that's 0.8, meaning that's 20 blocks in total, meaning in actuality endpoint should be around here. If we go, and I know that this looks way crazy, but when this is what happens when we take the angled edge of a square, and I know that this is something that is like basic mathematics, but I am currently fucking up. However, so even though it goes to here on the diagonal, if it were to be laid flat, we're just going to make this, then it would go to this point, it's 20 again, or to that point on the square. So that is a difference of, so that's a difference of 6 blocks. Actually 7. Meaning I was so as you can see, that's quite a vast difference. And so when trying to calculate the area of a circle, 2 seconds, just freehanding one right now. I can remember how to do this. Yep, it's quite an ugly one, but it will survive. So this is in Minecraft is one thing. If you're trying to calculate the radius on one edge, that's fine. But if you're trying to calculate it on another, then you might either miss the exact one you mean, or you may way overshoot it. And that's the difficulties we're having over there. So yeah, that's just like the exact problems I'm having right now. That's just why I'm getting so frustrated with that, and the fact that I actually do know mathematics quite well. I just cannot for the life of me figure it out right now, and that's also very quite annoying. So let's just shape it. Purple again, and rotation, let's say 40. Obviously this is a perfect circle, there's nothing really going to change. So let's say, where were we? We were 305, right? Here it also touches. There it also touches. Here it doesn't. So there's actually 2 blocks. Because that does. there it does. There it doesn't. And there it doesn't. I can't just increase this by 1 because if I go 306, then it still doesn't touch there. And it still doesn't touch there. But it still touches there. And it has actually gone past there. But if we look at it, it is still in the dead center. 309? But no, then it may way overshoot on one of them. Touches. It's gone one pass. It's gone one pass. 308. Still one pass. Half pass. And there it's not even touching. There it is touching. 307. I can assure you this doesn't touch. Because it touches there. Doesn't touch there. Doesn't touch there. And it does touch there. So this circle that I want to make might actually be some sort of impossible, which is very unfortunate because I really want it. So yeah, that is not going to happen. However, what else can we do? Obviously, we need to finish the introduction, that is this one over here. Let's start it off very simply. So we're going to say 15 out. One. That happens embarrassingly many times. I can show you it will again. So 15 by 15, meaning this right there, meaning this right there. 16 by 16. Turn, flip, other side. Now we have our middle. Flip. Here we go. There we go. There we go. That's not what was supposed to happen. And now that we have a perfect one, we are moving back down. There we go. Another 2 blocks into meaning, well, you know what it means. Taking from here to just smooshing it in there. Everything should still be perfectly lined up, and indeed it is. No, it's not. still a 2 block center, which means we still have to move it. But now we're at least moving it correctly. Like so. Copy from here to there. There we go. Right. What else? I'm kind of imagining a lot of things around here, and I can't. So here I'm both imagining like. Actually, let me just make these. Middle, even if this is just a mock-up, doesn't. There we go. Here we have 3 middles. This is the same as over there, almost. So we're going to do it. Extrude. this side. Again, object that. Right. Then we say this one again. Then we flip it up 90 degrees. And then up as sub. We view for black existing. And we say, and we just kill that. All of that. We go into solid, we say sphere. Luckily we have a curve in solid. And then we simply do this. Upload there, because then it just easier. Then all the way actually from here. To the way over. Way over. That. This, then this, then this, like so. Like so. Because then we have this, which we can just fix up like so. Everything flows well. And then we can, like, I feel like it actually is necessary for me to give this explanation, because I don't feel like it makes much sense outside of my own mind. So 30, 5, line, view, to view. Yes. Like so, and then 1, 2, 3. Oops, not 3. Now what we need to do is we need to remove this. Because I can come back later. No, it just needs to be easy and simple. Wait, no. this one full color. And then also over here, which doesn't matter because we're just going to be copying it. But now I'm already halfway, so might as well. There we go. And we extrude this one because it will then right. Now obviously there will be more decor in the brickwork, but like this is the basic idea of how it's going to look. Then we're going to have there. It. Like so. So that you can see that side. So yeah, this is like the general idea. Maybe like now I'm just thinking that's dangerous. Shape. We already know the curve. Let's 13. The left maybe. And let's make it red. Flat. Good. say it is, just so that we can get this over with. Where do you need? Let's just start it in the middle. Now, this, that, yet again. Very there we go. Let's do the pitch 0, 90, roll 90, 180, roll 0. Okay. This. Right, so from here to like there. Right, just trying to get this shit out. Right, so everything this with F. Then from like here we go about it more careful. And 2 down. And the next one we up away. Then oh, it's this one. That'll work. And down here, floor. Like so. this. And then obviously, because this is going to be much taller, have some sort of thing in here, whether that be like statue, which I cannot draw. Sculpt. But like something in this gap. And this is like kind of the general look it's going to have. This won't be much more than just a getting things ready stream, because I won't be making the entire thing today. So this one is actually one of the projects that's going to take literally weeks to make. So expect quite a few live streams. Also expect that it's going to take much longer to make this one, because I actually start school soon. So I actually need to use my brain. It means I can't stay up till 3:53 a.m. Just banging away on Minecraft. And although that is a tragedy, it is also necessary, because economics is one of those fields that, although can be boring as all, necessary, at least in my opinion, because you don't just learn about, obviously I have business economics and international economics, and like how you make money for your business, and whatever business it is you work for, how you do all the accounting, all of these very general things. You also learn a lot about personal economics, and how you make and manage budgets, how you don't go over budget, how you can essentially research not just to find the right product, but also the right market for a product in case you're an entrepreneur. So all of these different things that are very important, not just for the big scary businessmen, but also can be very important for people trying to break into the big scary businessman world. And oh god, this looks like it's going to take me forever. It's actually the first time I use this radial way of designing it. No, it's not. Just not. But yeah. Now we have this. I think I am going to be adding this. Because even though I cannot use that exact, not exact, I think the circle around, I can pretty much use. I'm just gonna pull this one out here real quick, and then I'm going to might take a while, which is why I'm not going to. Not there. Everything says it should be there. From there to there. So this is a simply ginormous scale for rebuild. Like no build ever needs to be this big. However, I don't know why I am just feeling it in my bones that this is going to be good. Because even though it may just look like I'm randomly placing down shape, that's not the case. I am going to be having this central building. It's going to be an octagon with the long side and the short side. We've already sketched out how these sides are going to look. This is then going to be this is going to be a very, very tall building. So lowering it way down so that we can go with even more of the bottom. Because we are then going to be taking from there and continuing that spiral or like that curve up even more on this next tier, which then starts now. Oops. Right. sort of did. So like this. Now our only is this. Kind of like this. What we're going to do here in these blank spaces, I have no idea. If it's going to be like sort of a curved takeover. All I know is that it will. Well, that actually looks quite good. All I know is that it will look somewhat like this as it goes up in the different tiers. Obviously, there will be a lot more detailing, especially with it being so long. This central building will be absolutely ginormous. And here, in this little space here, because here we place a new color, which is cyan. There we go. So actually going to go in. Go on. So yeah, just a straight line. They're going to meet up there. There we go. Let me guess. It's going to be a 2-block center, because such is my life. One block center. This is actually ginormous, because it means I can actually do what I wanted to do. Just build one of my favorite types of roof. Because with a 1-block center, I can accurately build this type of roof. But now I can actually make it in these corners, which is going to be very, very exciting. Start this one over here. We're gonna do the last on like the outline, and then if I have time I will be doing a little bit off camera at some point, but otherwise this will be a very, very streamed process in everything. I think it's very little I'm actually going to do off camera in the bits that I do actually work off camera. So let us just take a look and see if I can plan everything. Right, can I get everything within one frame? Yes, I can, and I can. There we go. Right. So these parts here, they are going to be like we have over here. the central tower here, that's going to be a very, very almost chaotic, as it kind of as these outwards things. It is going to be blocked by a few things here, so it's going to be very, very depthful. It is going to be, for the most part, an octagon. I am thinking of shaving off these and making those straight lines completely, because these are going to be walls that go all the way around in obviously this diamond pattern. Then of course we're gonna have some green spaces. Again, this is why I'm thinking of these, but they could make very nice gazebos or like underpasses that are not really a part of the build. Actually, if I could just like so, not kind of think this, like where it goes from being fully flat to then going out and developing this edge, because obviously it's going to be a 45-degree, much like this, and then it's going to explode into like this corner that I'm not sure I am going to do. That I'm not sure I'm going to do, because I don't deal with a perfect square at the top. But we will take a look at that when we get there. Other than that, I do think I only have one thing. And that's if I don't want to work on it. We can add that now. Why don't we just do that? And we have some cyan, we're going to take some green. Then we are going to, wrong tool. There we go. Plain. Not yellow for now. Did I get that first try? Nope. There we go. Lower. Alright. Let's say we're at 128, 178, we need to keep it like this because it needs to be on that side. Then we're going to say, okay, just wanted to connect up with that over there. So also B was 189, 99, 209. Maybe 30. It's touching both sides. Hello. Touching the edge there. And that's we say 215. And we now need to raise it up. Go. And it's going to even be existing. Like that. Now we have made a middle block, which means that our roof, that our final roof, because then we're going to have a prototype go there. Then when this one terraces, at least on this edge, then it's just going to go flat and create a giant terrace here. However, over on this side, it's going to go up to a 90-degree straight line, and then create a roof over top of this, where we will have a central hallway. That, and then some sort of fancy ass roof. It's going to have a lot of precious detailing. However, I am now at a point where I am beginning to run out of ideas for things to place, and also I'm beginning to just start feeling very, very tired. So, I do think it's a lot we've done today. I certainly hope that everything will go according to plan in the end. Let's just sign. Let's say batch. Go to the middle. And then say, remember, start, replay, mod. Whoops. Remember, start, replay, mod. This way I can actually get the entire process instead of starting where I started. Right. From the human scale, this would be ginormous to a point that's insane, mostly because I know myself well enough to know that I am going to continue to add on to this. But yeah, it's going to get insane. I am just going to snap one photo of the before, both on the back. So this is where we're starting from this, and yeah,